The author at 10, that's what I called this section this morning when we started off on Destination Yuri's morning program. Eileen McCourt of Warren Point has just when is this going out? I said, now, going out right across the planet. So you'll be big in Mullabon, Mayo Bridge and Montreal.
Oh, the excitement.
You'll be heard all over the place. No, you're here because of your new book. Tell us about that book.
That's right, it was my first publication.
Your first, and you've called it?
Living the Magic.
Now, this is interesting. It's a spiritual book.
It's a spiritual book, yes.
Obviously, you need to be a spiritual person to write a spiritual book.
Well, we're all spiritual people, Rowan.
What does that mean?
That means that I am not just this body. You are not just that body.
Yes.
You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And your body is only your vehicle to transport your spirit throughout this lifetime.
I love that concept because it's...
Well, that's what we all are.
You know, as my body is as my fingernails that I cut off and you discard them.
Yes.
So whether it's your fingernail or your arm or your entirety,
yes,
you let go.
When this body no longer serves your purpose in this life, you discard it. You pass on to your next form of existence, your next form of energy. Because we're all energy, and that's what it's all about.
I suppose right away I should ask you, how do you know this?
We all know this, Rowan. We all have this inherent instinct in our gut feelings that we are more than just this body.
Yes.
We are denying that because we live in the kind of world we live in.
Yes.
Mobile phones, computers, we have lost touch with our inner feelings. Yes. But now, because of what happened in 2012, you know why that was important, don't you?
2012?
The alignment in the 12th of December, 12th of the 12th, 2012,
yes,
ended a 26,000 year cycle in our astrological universe and cosmos, right?
Yes.
And what happened there was a realignment of all the universes, and energies were around which were never around before.
Wow.
And Earth is the most dense vibration of all the planets. That's why so many souls want to come here, because there are so many lessons to learn. But what happened in December 2012 was the realignment of the planets after that 26,000 year cycle. New energies have been flooding into Earth, which were never available before. We have a new surge of angelic energy flowing in. We have a new surge of celestial light flowing in. And you can see things are changing, Rowan. You can even feel it that the whole the Earth's vibration is changing. People are more tuned in now to spiritual matters.
That is true.
People are more questioning. The higher vibrations are coming in.
I know it's not exactly. I know exactly it's not what you're referring to, but I was mystified 5 years ago when the most popular music on Classic FM, the English station, were the monks of St. Silos, and this just chanting, taking people, whether it's a Buddhist chant, a Christian chant, or whatever. People were needing that in some way, Eileen.
The same with religious sites are becoming very important again. People are crowding to religious sites.
They are.
Because they need that spiritual connection, right? But the book is about it's like the washing machine in your kitchen. It won't work unless it's connected to what? Connected to the electricity.
Yes.
So we can't function properly. We can struggle and we can strive, but we can only function properly if we are connected to the source.
Is it a possibility, therefore, then, that the Taliban who murdered 140 children in Peshawar yesterday are not connected?
There, but for the grace of God, go I, Rowan. I could have been one of those Taliban, because we all choose our own life's paths, what we're going to do in this life.
While in this body.
Okay, yes. You just did not start this human life when you came down the birth channel to be born.
Yes.
Or at conception.
Yeah.
You were in existence somewhere before that as a different form of energy.
Wow.
In the spirit world.
But as a different form of energy.
Yes, you weren't a human.
But there was no humanity, there's no body.
There was no body.
So this isn't about reincarnation. It's reincarnation of the spirit.
It's reincarnation of the spirit, yes. You will never take that body form again.
No.
You will take another body form.
I will take another vehicle to use for my spirituality. Yes,
another body form, yes. Yeah. In order to raise your vibration, to get back to source. It's all about learning lessons. We come on Earth, Rowan, to raise our own vibration.
Yeah.
And to raise the vibration of all humanity, the spiritual consciousness of all humanity, in order to get us all back to source where we belong.
Now,
but we can't go back to source as we are.
Hold that thought for me. Source, go back to source where we belong.
Yes,
what is that source, and is it a place of joy, peace and wonderment?
It is, Rowan.
Wow.
Source is the highest vibration possible. total ecstasy and total joy, where you're at one with everything. We're all connected. Each one of us, I'm connected to you. We're all connected. We're connected to every form of life force on this planet. For example, the trees.
Yeah.
I breathe out my stale air. They take it in and they give me back.
Them.
Yes.
Yep.
So I connected to them. They're connected to me. We're connected to the clouds in the sky because the clouds come down as rain. The rain moisturizes the ground.
We need the water in our bodies.
We're all connected.
This sounds Buddhistic to me. It's the philosophy of Buddhism.
Yeah, the laughing Buddha. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're there with the notion of no sentient being.
That's right.
Walks alone. That what we do affects everybody.
Yeah, and the thing is that we think we're individuals. Yes, we are unique, but we're all connected both spatially and lineally. Ancestors, descendants, we're all connected, of course, And if a mosquito flaps its wings or does something in South America, it affects us here. You've often heard of a butterfly flaps its wing, it affects us here. We're all connected in that big reservoir, if you like, or that big energy force, which is divine source. God is not a big man up there with a big beard. It's energy. It's energy. We're all energy.
Yeah.
And when we pass over, we simply change energy form.
Are those I loved who have gone? I treasured my mother and met all of my values.
She's here with you now, Rowan.
My goodness.
She's here with you now. Her energy is always around you.
My goodness.
Their energy is always around you, They have a vested interest in us.
Yeah.
Because remember...
So she's keeping the contact.
Oh gosh, yes.
And all of her ancestors.
There's no separation, Rowan. They're all, the spirits aren't up there or down there. They're in this room with us. They're just on a different, like the radio, on a different wavelength.
Yes.
Spirit world is all around us. That's why, we have this reservoir of help around us that we're totally unaware of. We have our guardian angels. You do believe in those, don't you, Rowan?
Well, I believe it.
You sound doubtful.
I'm only doubtful.
You can't doubt that, Rowan.
I think we're all angels.
We're all going in that direction. We're all a spiritual entity.
If I lift a broken person in my arms and make him better, that's an angelic act.
Yes, it is. Right.
And that's what one
and
seeks
you're raising your vibration, and you're raising that person's vibration and the vibration of all humanity. Yeah. See, we can't raise our own consciousness on our own. We've got to take everybody with us.
Yeah.
And those who have been very, 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 as we would call, evil in history, people like, well, not mentioning any names, people who have sort of unleashed mass murders, they've been here for a reason, Rowan. And each one of those people who have unleashed those mass murders, each one of those is a precious soul that must be and will be saved and will be brought back to the light. There's no such place as hell, Rowan.
Oh, I don't believe in hell.
Those people are just on a different level of awareness than we're on. But we're all, each and every one of us is going back to source, no matter how evil we have been. But you see, the world needs evil, Rome, because it's only through evil that good can respond. If there was no evil in this world, there'd be no point in coming here, because we have no lessons to learn.
And we have no challenges to overcome.
We have no challenge to overcome.
Yeah, I see this.
But all evil creeds down the history, communism, Nazis and others, they all fell from within, Rowan. And communism didn't fall because America destroyed it.
No.
Communism fell from within.
Well, the recent communism,
people said, right, enough, no more, that's it, we've had enough. That's the human spirit.
I remember the coming of Gorbachev and the change from within that was there that occurred. What for me, I'm trying to put I'm sure people are at home as well, trying to put some kind of image to source. What kind of container does source live in? Source
doesn't have a container. Source is omnipresent. Okay, omnipotent, right? Source is all-powerful, all-encompassing. Everything that ever was, that is, and that ever will be is connected to Source. Source is infinity.
Yeah.
Right? When you die, you're not going to meet God, a man with a beard.
No.
You're going to pass into another form of existence, and you have a choice. You see, there's no judgment after death. This is another thing. There's no weighing scales where you're plopped up on one side and the scales go up or down the other side. That's not going to happen. I was brought up...
But how can Hitler be there at an equal weight, so to speak, on the scales as Mother Teresa?
Hitler's not an equal weight in the scales. There are no scales, Rowan. There are no scales.
So what
Hitler is going towards the ultimate reunion with Source, as Mother Teresa is. Mother Teresa is just there.
Hitler has a further journey to go.
Hitler is longer to go. Hitler could well be back in body in the world at the moment.
Yes.
Maybe working as a helper in some destitute country. We don't know. But the word karma is misunderstood. Karma is no judgment. Karma is a balancing. All the not so good deeds we do have got to be balanced and made up for by better deeds. You're a very good person, Rowan. In this, I know you've all the work you've done in India and Africa,
Well,
right?
it's just
Yes,
one follows a calling.
Yeah, maybe last time around, you might have been one of the men in Hitler's Gestapo, all around the place, you know, and you've come back to make up for that, to undo that.
Well,
I'm a teacher in this life.
Yeah.
Last time around, I might have been abusing children. I don't know. Because when we're born, this veil of forgetfulness is pulled down over our eyes that we can't remember.
Yeah.
But little children coming into the world, they still float about between two worlds. Because they're not yet disconnected from the spirit world.
Yeah.
And you often see them talking to the little friends. We
Yes,
definitely
yes,
are
they do.
connected.
I've heard that time out of number.
But as we grow older in this world, we lose that because we become more attuned to this world.
Yes.
Right? But you don't know where you were last time. You see, we've been here many times before, Rowan. And we will be here many times again. Until we learn the lessons, we come to earth to learn. We come here to learn love, Rowan. And that word love is the most no. That word love, Rowan.
To love is easy.
Yes.
To love is easy because to love is to give.
Yeah. But wait a minute, that's not just giving, Rowan. Those three words, I love you, are the most misunderstood words in all things language, in most languages, except in the Eastern languages and in Sanskrit, right?
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste. The God in me respects and loves the God in you.
Right, that's the true meaning of the word love, Ronan. Namaste, right? These civilizations that we think are behind us in civilization are very, very much ahead of us spiritually.
Yeah, absolutely.
We think I love you means gushy, gushy, slushy, slushy, Valentine cards.
No.
It doesn't mean that, Rowan.
No.
It means because I see beyond your physical body, I see the God in you, the spiritual light in you. And because I see that spiritual light in you and I acknowledge it, I send you, I don't criticize you, I don't condemn you, I don't judge you. I see you as the perfect being you are. You are perfect in my eyes, right? Okay? And the same, because you see beyond my physical body, because you see me as the perfect spiritual creature I am beneath this body, you do not judge me. You don't criticize me. You accept me as I am, right? That is how your guardian angel sees you and how the angels see us. We can do no wrong in their eyes because we are perfect spiritual beings. Your guardian angel doesn't look at them and say, look at the state of you. Where did you last night? The same as your dog doesn't look at you and say, God, Rowan, look at the state of you. Do you know what I mean? Your dog accepts you. That's unconditional love, Rowan.
What is the guardian angel in terms of, what does the concept embody? And how does that, is there any physicality or quasi-physicality to a guardian angel? Is it a fireball of energy that's feeding you and looking after you?
A guardian angel is not a physical being.
Okay.
There's no materialism there, right? There's no materialistic object there.
So they don't manifest as humans?
Oh,
they can manifest
they can if
they
want. Yes, they can.
Yeah.
You could walk down that road and fall and somebody could pick you up and then you'd never see them again. You could say, my goodness, an angel helped me. They can manifest whatever they want. But people want to see, if I manifested an angel there, Ronan, you'd probably run out the road in fear.
No,
that's
not at all. I would interview the angel. That would be good.
Right, okay. Our guardian angels are allocated to us.
Yes.
By universal source.
Yeah.
Right? They are not here to order us to do anything. They don't tell us.
Yes.
They're simply here to guide us and to protect us. That's one source of help you have. They do not have wings the same way as we see them. No. Those are just the way in which the light emanates from them, gives them that. Okay? You can see them as little forms of mists. Yeah. You can see them as little light bulbs in your eye. You can see them as colour. They manifest in many ways. You just feel them as but they're calling cards of white feather. You know about white feathers, Rowan, don't you?
I do. I'll tell you a story about it. May I tell you
a story? Of course you can, yes.
White feathers.
White feathers are angel calling cards.
I had gone to Belfast to make an RTE documentary with a woman who had recovered from breast cancer.
Okay.
And we had done our business, and then we thought we'd go into the mountain in Belfast to film a special interview with her. And we walked up the mountain, maybe a mile, and found a place, and she sat down, and we did the interview there.
Yes.
We were walking back down the mountain on the same path.
Yes.
And every 10 yards on the way back down, a tiny white feather on the path. It's a true story.
I know, I believe you, yes.
We got to the bottom where we had started, and two women were walking towards us.
Okay.
And I greeted them madly, as I sometimes, hello, how are you? Good day. It's lovely to see you. And they stopped. And they said, what's your book? And I said, this book has been written by Carol Ann Cray. It's her book of her journey. She believes in angels and things like that, and blah, 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 blah. And we got into conversation. Mm-hmm. It turned out that one of the ladies had lost her daughter in an absolutely awful situation. The daughter was gone, dead, and she was recovering, and she was in deep grief. And I said, have my book.
Okay.
Give her the book.
Okay.
And we heard later, or Carol Ann heard from the people later, that the woman had got a lot from the book.
Of course. Yeah.
So that was a kind of a little situation.
That wasn't a coincidence or a
Really?
chance meeting, Rowan. That was a synchronicity. There's no such thing as coincidence or chances. Everything is synchronized in divine timing. It's all time-coded, divine timing and divine place. You were meant to meet there. And those little feathers down the mountain were a spiritual sign for you. Rowan,
Yeah.
you're doing great. Keep going.
Yeah.
Those are the angels and all the spirits around you guiding you.
On another occasion, I was doing an interview with someone you know, Margaret Herdman.
Margaret Herdman's a great friend of mine,
Yeah,
yes.
she's a good woman.
Oh, she's lovely. She's a spiritual medium, yeah.
Yeah, she is spiritual.
Yeah.
She's a
Very
Christian
gifted.
as well, a Christian spiritual medium.
Spiritual church, yeah.
And she believes in Christianity.
Yes, she's
And
lovely.
she's on the phone, and I had never met her before in my life.
Right, okay.
She's on the phone, and we're doing the phone interview. And we're blah, blah, blah. And halfway through, she stopped. She said, Rowan, there is someone here to speak with you
Okay.
from the other side.
Yeah, that's Margaret.
And I said, oh, I just don't understand this. She says she's laughing and happy and smiling.
Your mother?
Her name's, no, she says her name is Teresa. Do you know anyone called Teresa? I said, no, I don't. Couldn't think of anyone. And she said, well, she's smiling and she's bent down double and she's very old and she's wearing blue. And she said to tell you that wherever you go, she'll be there for
Mother
you.
Teresa.
Mother Teresa. And that's what she said.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
I said, thank you very much indeed. Now, I believed it because what man, especially a man who's traveling in Africa and India, doesn't want to be told that Mother Teresa is his rock? So I
That's
believe that took it
beautiful.
on board.
That's lovely. That's beautiful.
Then she said to me, you must go to India. Before I had any notion of going to India.
Okay.
Within 2 months, I was in India rescuing a boy who is now in King's School in Eastleigh,
Beautiful
in the
story,
southeast of
Rowan.
England.
That wasn't chance or coincidence. That was synchronicity, Rowan.
That's true.
And it couldn't happen 10 years ago because it wasn't in divine timing 10 years ago. See, you can't rush these spiritual things. They're not our choice. They don't happen when we want them. They happen when they want them.
Hold that thought because we're taking a break and we're back
right.
with you presently.
That's a beautiful story, Rowan.
I think it is.
Beautiful.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
lovely.
is.
Destination Newry. We're back in moments.
Newry Veterinary Centre, located on Patrick Street in Newry, is committed to providing you with the very best in pet healthcare. The veterinary team bring a wealth of experience to the practice and have individually obtained high standards of professional qualification. Our services include small animal, large animal and equine, 24-hour emergency service, consultations by appointment, ultrasound scanning, digital x-ray facilities, in-house laboratory and much more. Contact us today. Newry Veterinary Centre, 39A Patrick Street, Newry, or telephone 028 302 62266.
Ted's Carpets Newry have a large selection of carpets, vinyl, wooden floors, solid, semi-solid, laminate floors and all flooring accessories. All for you to see in our showroom. Based in Newry, our staff have over 50 years of experience in the carpet and flooring industry and will be only too glad to help you choose the right floor covering that suits your needs and your pocket. Don't forget our furniture department, where we stock sofas, beds, bedroom furniture and everything else your home will need. Looking for a genuine bargain? Give Ted a shout. You won't be disappointed. Distance is no object. No job too big or too small. Commercial and domestic. Unit 1, Carney Hall Business Park, Rathford Island Road, Newry. Telephone 028 308 25782. Check out tedscarpetsnewry.com.
GJB Construction 24-hour maintenance specialist was founded in 1998 and started as a small family construction business. Then, with much success, we expanded into supplying many major construction companies with all building-related trades personnel and also all materials. With our fully qualified tradesmen and years of experience, we provided the perfect finished project. We currently have 20% off our 24-hour call-out services ranging from boiler breakdowns, flood damage, storm damage and all general and specialised maintenance. Both residential and business customers are all welcome. Contact us today on 028 3755 0083 or for our 24-hour line 077 45 46 3678 or visit us online at gjbconstruction.com.
Trainer's Bar, located in the heart of Camla, has a comfortable atmosphere, affordable drinks with a new outside smoking area. We are known for our great table service and entertainment, and we have recently installed a new darts room. Come join us on the weekends for the latest drink promotions, music and entertainment. We are located on 21 Main Street, Camla, Newry, County Down, BT 357JG. Give us a ring on 028 308 3707.
You've reached your destination.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's interesting.
Yes.
Eileen McCourt, the author of Warren Point, her first book is out, and it's a book of spirituality and angelic healing, and aware of the thing that is really at the very heart of our being, our connectivity with a universal source of energy, and that's a rough enough assessment of it.
Well,
isn't
we've
it?
got to be connected, Rowan.
Connected.
Yes, we need the same way as your washing machine needs to be
Yeah.
connected. Your electricity won't work without it.
Yeah.
We need to be connected to divine source.
Okay.
And there's one question to ask yourself, to test yourself if you are connected. Are you happy in what you're doing? And if you're happy in what you're doing, you are connected, Rowan. Because I can see your aura is so bright around you. You have a beautiful aura around you. You know about auras, don't you?
Oh, yeah, a little about them, yes.
Yes,
but
you
I
have a
never
beautiful aura
thought I
around
had
you.
a beautiful aura.
Oh, you have it. It's very, very bright. It extends about that far up.
Wow.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful.
So it's that aura that we're all on a mission, really.
We're all
If
on a
we're
path
connected.
to raise our vibration.
Yeah.
And to raise the vibration of all humanity, to get back to source.
Okay. You're very sure about all of this. What makes you so sure?
I'm very sure that I have angels around me protecting me. I'm very sure about source because I feel it, Rowan. In my healing, I feel it.
But that could have been the onset of influenza or something, but at some point in your life, you felt this first,
No.
and you say, this is something I have not experienced before.
Okay, Rowan. Nothing is in our timing. It's all in divine timing.
Okay.
Everything is divine coded in timing and in place. Okay? Nothing is chance or nothing is coincidence. Everything is synchronized at the right place in the right time. We are all in the right place at the right time. We can't be otherwise because it's all in divine timing. Okay? Now, I, as a child, I never saw angels or I never saw things. I was never that. But I always was aware that something or someone was protecting me and looking after me, that there was something other than me in control of things.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because things just seemed to work out as and when I wanted them. You get that feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when you think you're going through
No fear.
when you think you're going through an awful trauma in life and you think, my goodness, I'm on my own, yet when you go through that trauma, when you look back on it, you know that somebody got you through that. Some force got you through that. Right? In the last, I've been reading every angel book there is. I've been reading for the last 30 years. And
30 years?
30, Rowan. I've been teaching for all my life. And I've waited a long time for this.
Was that your profession, a teacher?
I taught history and English, yes.
Wow. So you're not a a featherhead, so to speak,
Well,
only in the sense of angels. You're a sensible, intelligent
Well,
woman.
I taught ancient history, and I bring the poets into my book as well.
So you need to be taken seriously because you're a woman of professionalism.
Well, because I'm a woman, I need to be taken seriously, Ron. Yes.
I learned that lesson a long time ago.
This is why the world is changing. The feminine influence is on the rise again to balance the masculine influence.
Yes.
That's why we are a warring world, because we allowed our masculine side to take over more. Masculine side dominant results in a warring world, in aggression. Okay, feminine side dominant ends in lunatics in the mental hospitals, because feminine side is the soft side, but you need a balance.
Ah, yeah.
And that's what's happening now. The feminine energies are on the rise, and the earth is being balanced. We are going towards a glorious age, Ron. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is as it should be. We are being looked after by our spirit guides, by our angel guides, by source, by all the elementals and entities out there who look after us, right? We are not on our own.
My goodness.
We are just one form of energy.
It's very reassuring.
In the whole. Well, that book is supposed to be a book of hope.
Hope.
Right?
Yeah.
That we can change the world. Because whatever life is a game. Life is a merry-go-round. We're here to learn lessons. And when we pass over, we don't get judged. We don't judge ourselves. We review our own life.
Yes.
And we say, well, did I learn that lesson? I could have done better there. I'll go back down again to try and improve and get more brownie points.
Yes.
So we come back down again, right?
And that's our doing, our choice.
Oh yes, it's our choice. We have 101% free choice. Nobody forces us, nobody sends us down here. This is not a place where we're sent to as a form of punishment.
No.
And nobody condemns. We are never punished. We are never criticised.
Eileen, where does, for instance, the Christian God sit in all of this?
That's a very good question, Rowan. A Christian God. There's only one God for all of us. There's no such thing as just a Christian God.
Well, where does
God transcends all faiths, all religions.
So where does God sit in all of this?
The Christian God, as we know him, as in controlling religions, Rowan,
Yes.
has been a very, very divisive force, as you know.
It has.
Right?
I detest religion.
Yes. I am not a religious person. I prefer to be known as a spiritual person.
Oh, yes.
Those two things are very, very different.
This. I know this.
And I was damaged a lot when I was young by the way I was taught, not by my parents, but by my primary school, by nuns.
Yes.
I was taught that God was a big ogre up there to be feared.
Yeah.
And do you know, Ronan, I remember, do you remember the catechism? You'd learn the catechism, right?
I do.
Do you remember the first question? Who is God?
Yeah.
Do you remember the answer?
No, I've
God
forgotten
is
that.
our Father who lives in heaven.
Yes, I remember that now.
Where are you supposed to look from, Rowan? In heaven.
Yeah.
There was no thing as seeing God in the person next to you, as seeing God in nature. That didn't enter into it.
But you see, I don't even think back then that they had those who wrote those catechisms. I don't even think they had.
They were controlling religion.
Yeah, but I don't think they had the wisdom to see beyond that and to see the wider spirituality that you're talking about. It wouldn't have been in their vocabulary.
I don't know. I don't know that. I can't answer that. I don't know. All I know is that was their way of controlling us.
Oh yeah, I know that. Religion is a club.
Yes.
You pay your due and you get in and you walk to their drum beat.
Yes, that's right.
That's the way it is.
That's right.
And
you know?
But
this was happening. The old Druidic ways. Druids.
Yes,
that's all coming back again. And when Christianity came and condemned the Druids for their pagan ways, the Druids were much more attuned to nature than we ever were.
Yes.
They were in tune with the gods of everything. They saw God in everything.
Yes.
Which is right. And all those Druid ways are coming back again.
My friend, the artist John Kingerley, down in West Cork, every morning he's a believer in Islam.
Islam,
and
yes.
He's good, the good Islam.
The same God for all of us.
Same God.
Yes.
Every morning he comes out of his house, he prays 5 times a day, comes out of his house in the countryside overlooking the Beara Ocean there.
Beautiful.
Next port of call is America. And John touches the wet of the grass.
Connection to Mother Earth. Yeah.
And touches here.
Yes.
And his great phrase as he does that, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
The mantra, yes.
It is with God.
It is with God, yeah.
Or with the source.
Yes.
That
That's
kind of
beautiful.
thing. It is good.
That's beautiful,
It
yeah.
is nice.
See, we don't have time for that here. We're rushing. Where are we going, Ron?
No, people say to me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm keeping you back." I said, "No. The good God made plenty of time."
That's right.
And that's it.
That's all we have, Ron.
If you can't be that relaxed about your time scale at the age of 71 as I am.
You're not
then
71.
I am, of course.
Oh my
yes.
goodness, you don't look it.
How very kind of you.
So I'm just telling the truth, because the aura, yours, you see, Rowan, it's not, when I meet a person, first of all, I don't notice their hair, I don't notice, what I notice is the energy coming from them.
Yes.
And yours is a very young, very wise energy. And it's very unusual for a person of your age, as you've just told me, I wouldn't have thought that, for a 71-year-old to have that energy coming from them.
Wow.
Which means you are very, very, very connected, Rowan. You are connected to Source.
My goodness.
And that's why you've got such a bright aura around you.
I certainly know that
your aura is lovely. I can make your aura smaller and darker, and I can brighten it for you. If I tell you to think of something sad, you see, this is what happens. Your aura reflects your feelings inside, right?
I'm thinking of something sad now.
Right.
Will I tell you what I'm thinking?
No, just it's something sad, right? And your aura is darkening and it's going down. Now, change to happy thoughts, please. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Your aura's gone up again. I can play with your aura all day, Ron. It's lovely.
No, my bad thoughts were Pakistan yesterday.
Please, we're on air, Rowan. Bad thoughts.
They're Pakistan, absolutely. And
that
was the awfulness.
Out of everything bad, something good comes. Those children who died subconsciously knew that was part of their life's plan. Right? They came here. They are very, very, very highly evolved souls, spiritual beings, who came to Earth at this point in time in order to teach us that lesson. Now, their lives will have been worthwhile if we can see, well, what lesson did we learn from that? But if we ignore the lesson, just say, another mass murder and go on about our business, their lives have been wasted. As far as we're concerned.
How long were you writing the book?
3 weeks, Rowan.
You wrote it in 3 weeks?
Yes, in 3 weeks.
How do you write a book in 3 weeks, dear girl?
Because it's 30 years of knowledge in my head. And all my friends, many of them would know, they're medium spiritual people, and they kept saying, Eileen, the book. I said, what book? What am I going to write about? Where am I going to get a publisher? Who's going to market it for me? So I decided at the end of October, here goes. I went downtown and I bought a file block and a few pens, and I came back up and I started to write. And really, Ron, that's why I think I'm channeling somebody. It just flowed through me.
Well, if you wrote a book in 3 weeks,
flowed through me.
Something was
flowing
influencing
through me. I wake up in the middle of the night and I've got a pen and book beside me and I get down my days. The morning time I'm waking up and they're just flowing, Rowan. So I think it's, have you heard of White Eagle?
Yes.
An American spiritual writer?
Yes, I have, yeah.
It's got something to do with him because I went into the website maybe 2 months ago, about a week before I started to write the book, and I ordered about a dozen of White Eagle's books. And they arrived, and I was just starting to write the book. And I said, I can't even look at those because if I look at them, I'm not going to get my book written. So I put them face down on my kitchen table. That was my retreat after I got the book written. And I went on with the book, and I felt there was somebody coming through with me. I didn't know who it was. And when I had the book written, the publisher sent me 3 samples of the front cover. And I liked one of them, a lovely one with the forest and the step in it. And I decided to...
That's the one you took.
Yeah, that's the one I took. I decided to improve, to put a unicorn in it. And little elementals around it. And the rainbow, to make it and the tree in my front garden.
Wow.
So I sent it all back, and then I said, right now, here, I'm going to enjoy these books. And Rowan, I started to read the books, and it was like reading my own book back at me. And I said, oh my God. And Kathleen McCourt, who's a very good friend of mine, was the word processor, yes. She word processed it for me. And I gave her the book.
Kathy,
I said,
the teacher at the Tech.
That's right, yeah. She appeared just, as soon as I started to write the book, within 3 hours, I had the publisher. Margaret Herdman rang me, gave me her publisher. Kathleen McCourt arrived on my door. I'd never met her before, and she agreed to do the word processing for me. I can word process, Rowan, but my eyes wouldn't take it for hours on end. So she agreed to set up the website. A retired IT teacher. What more did I want? And then all the angel centres said they would take book for me. So that was all sorted. So obviously it was meant to be. But anyway, when I wrote the book, when I started to read the White Eagle books, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be accused of plagiarism here. And then I picked up another book, and the front cover of the book, Rowan, was the front cover that I had chosen for my front cover.
My goodness. That's interesting.
So then I spoke to, you heard of Francesca Brown, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Lady.
No.
She's an angel lady, and I've spoke to a few people, and I said, I think I'm channeling. And she said to me, who do you think you're channeling? I said, well, I think it's something to do with White Eagle, but why me? Why would I be channeling? A humble person. Why would they pick me? And then she said, she speaks to Angel Ann. I'm going to ask Angel Ann. I said, yes, ask Angel Ann. So she looked at me and she said to me, Eileen, she said, you're not channeling White Eagle, and you're not channeling any of your North American Native Indian guides. And I said, oh, well, that's a relief. But she said to me, you are channeling Source, she says. You are channeling the Christ consciousness.
Christ consciousness. consciousness.
I work to the 6-pointed star, Rowan. 6-pointed star is in my heart chakra. And the 6-pointed star is the Christ consciousness. I do all my healing through the 6-pointed star.
You heal as well.
I'm not a healer. The healer doesn't do the healing, Rowan. I simply channel
you channel
the forces. Yeah. I do the unicorn healing. I do the dolphin healing. I do the dragon healing. All these energies come in. I do Rahani.
Yeah.
I do the Christ consciousness, the fire serpent, and I do the Mother Mary, and I do Reiki, and angelic Reiki. The difference in the ordinary Reiki and angelic Reiki is with Reiki, my hands go over your body and I'm pulled towards wherever your problem is. But with the angelic Reiki, it's beautiful. I simply keep my hands on your shoulders and I dedicate the space to the angelic kingdom of light. And whoever needs to come in, comes in and goes, deals with you. I just hold the space for the angelic kingdom of light.
You have enormous energy, dear gal.
Oh, thank you. But so have you, Rowan. Do you want to feel some energy?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold out your
time.
Have your time,
So what are we going to do?
Just you hold out your hands.
Right.
I would
like
say,
so.
yes.
Like so.
Like just.
Will I close my eyes?
No. It doesn't matter. I'm going to hold my hands. I'm going to call in an energy.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, what do you feel
here?
Okay,
I'll do my
I'm
best.
going to call in, first of all, the Christ energy.
Yeah, I might want to close my eyes just to
It depends, it's up to you,
Yeah?
Okay. Now, what do you feel, Rowan? Well, I can certainly feel heat coming from, that's very strong. I can feel heat coming from you.
Are you touching my hand?
No, I'm not touching your hands.
I felt my hand being touched.
No, I'm not touching your hands.
I'm feeling that, and I'm feeling it's like a vibrating plate with salt or sand on it. I feel that sort of movement in my hand.
That's the Christ consciousness energy you have there.
My goodness.
It's very strong, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge.
Right. Let me change that now to the Mother Mary energy for you and tell me how you feel the difference. The Mother Mary energy is a much more gentle, very strong, much more gentle. Now, do you feel a difference?
Oh yeah, it's like a stream of water.
There you go.
Cool stream in a forest.
There you go. Now, let me change to the dolphin energy for you, okay? Let me see what you feel. You'd probably feel this more in a wave movement. Dolphins, waves, dolphins.
You don't know how to say. Yeah, I can feel a difference.
A difference, yeah. Okay.
But you did touch my hand there.
No, I didn't. I'm not touching your hands.
I felt my hand being touched here as I was listening. That's what I felt.
No.
And it is like a movement of...
Yeah. Now, the last one, I'm going to give you the unicorn.
Right, okay.
The unicorn comes in a spiral movement.
Yes.
Let me see if you feel a difference here. Let me get my unicorns in. They're overworked today. Now, do you feel a difference in that energy?
It's not going anywhere. It's... there's not that flowing kind of thing that I was getting earlier.
No.
It's static. It's almost like a focus.
It's going in like a spiral movement.
Yeah.
You see, you are very, very tuned in, Rowan.
Oh, I tell you.
You are very, this is not right to say this, you're a very old, wise soul in that body. You've been around many, many times before. Because you're a combination of all your former incarnations. And you are here at this time in this earth for a certain reason. And the reason being, you are here to get out to the rest of humanity all the lessons and the ideas that you get out through this radio station. You are connected. You love doing what you do. You love this, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You are connected. That's what you're meant to be doing. To get out messages from spirit out to everybody out there.
Wow. All I can say is I so hope you're right.
There's a very wise being behind those two eyes, Rowan.
My goodness.
There really is, yeah.
I remember, interesting things happen in the life of Rowan Hand.
But they're synchronicities. They were always meant to happen, yes.
I have a good friend of mine who is a wise man, would often say, the leaf will always fall where it's meant to fall.
That's right. That makes
sense.
That's right. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Tell the people where they can get the book.
Well, they can get it in Uri, in Waterstones.
Waterstones
in
of
Uri. Lisburn Waterstones.
Yep.
Coleraine Waterstones.
Yes.
Elysium Wellness right beside the Canal Court in Uri.
Yes, in Uri.
And of course, it's available on online Amazon.
Amazon online, and the name again?
Kindle. Living the Magic.
Living the Magic by Eileen
McCourt.
That's what you can do. Check it out. It's got to be good. Now, we've got to say farewell to people.
Well, thank you for listening, first of all. And I hope you buy my book. And if you do, I do hope you like it. And I just leave you with one word, Namaste.
That's my word as well, Namaste. And it's an important word. Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Rowan. It's been lovely.